Hey guys, it's Maya and welcome back to my channel. I have a new haircut and I am really obsessed with it. So today I wanted to talk about something that I am really excited about and passionate about, and that is Ableton Live 11, which is dropping soon. But I am lucky enough to have been part of the beta program, which means that I actually have Ableton Live 11, the beta version already, which is really exciting. So today I wanted to go over my 5 favorite features in Ableton and kind of talk about them and just show you guys these features ahead of time, and hopefully this applies when the actual version comes out. We will see. But if you're interested in learning more about what is to come in Ableton Live 11, this is the video for you. This video does not include anything that has to do with devices, so like the hybrid reverb is coming, that's not in this video. Spectral time, spectral resonator, pitch loop 89. I have another video coming about that, so stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more about Ableton Live and check it out. But basically, that's it. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so I am here now in my desk. Why do I always say that? I have Ableton 11 open here. This is the beta version, as I said. And I'm going to show you guys my favorite features, which I think the one that beats them all and just like wins in general is comping. And one of the reasons I was steering clear of Ableton a lot of the time was because I couldn't efficiently record my vocals and comp them in Ableton, which means that I couldn't stitch a bunch of different takes together efficiently. I would have to keep switching tracks. It would be a mess. So there is a new feature when you're in loop mode in Ableton Live 11 where it will automatically create what they call take lanes for you. So let me demonstrate exactly how that works. So here I have this loop mode is on, which means this little button is clicked. And if I start, this track is in record mode here. If I start recording, it's going to automatically take multiple takes inside of this loop when the loop restarts. So let me show you what I mean. So right now it's recording. You can see, obviously, it's recording, and we already see this take lane because I had to click to show this take lane, and I'll show you how to do that. So the loop is almost over, and then I don't know why I am at your door. I always feel like I am wanting more. I don't know why I am at your door. So I restarted. I always feel like I am wanting more. So when I click the spacebar, it's going to stop recording, and because the loop is not running anymore, we're not recording anymore. So I can show take lanes and unshow take lanes. Control Option U. So if I want to show and hide take lanes, I can right click on the track and press show take lanes, but I can also Control Option U. So say I wanted to rename this, Command R, I can name, this is the talking one, take 1, this is take 2. Okay, so now they're named. So what I like to do is actually recolor these. So I can recolor these clips, but the take lanes will automatically take the track color of whatever track of whatever color the track is, but I can actually change the color of these clips here. And right now none of these are soloed, so this little button solos them, right? So say I wanted to listen to this track, this clip, take. So right now it's recording. So yeah, and then I can color these clips. So I know that the talking one is different, so I'm gonna make it orange. And then there's a couple different ways to stitch this comp together, right? You can, zoom in, do your normal, check out the waveform here. Let's make it bigger because I can't see what's going on, right? And so I can literally turn the grid off or turn it on and just select the part I want to promote to the comp, and then press enter, and it will automatically stitch it together. I can also do this in draw mode. So like say I knew exactly, I don't know why anyone would want to do this, but you can use the pencil tool to kind of highlight it, and it automatically promotes it to the comp. It also automatically makes crossfades, but you can adjust them. And obviously you can bounce this, so that's pretty cool. I think that's going to be useful for a lot of different, that was something we needed. Okay, so the next feature is linking tracks. So I thought I would show you guys what exactly this means using my takes. So I am going to copy this clip and paste it into a new audio track. And as you can see, that's an easy way to get one of your takes out of the take lanes and into a new audio track, right? So I can actually link, I'm gonna do this, link these two tracks, right? So if they're selected, I can press this link tracks button, right? I literally selected two tracks and right clicked on it, right? So now these tracks are linked, so everything I do to either track in editing, in that sort of edit, is going to happen to both tracks, right? So I just split them. So say I wanted to take this, both selected, and put the gain up. It's gonna affect the gain on both of them, right? Which is really cool. I can transpose multiple at a time. I can turn warp on and off, which I don't want that. But I think for me, what's most useful about this is if I get my gain in check for maybe like a stack of backing vocals, right? I can go in and select select tracks at the same time, and without having to drag my cursor around the screen as much. And I think it's just really efficient, and I think it's a really cool thing that they added. So that's linking tracks, right? Look at this. It spelled audio wrong when I put the link showing. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys is the updated clip view, and I'm gonna flip over to my session view, and you can see I have, what even is it? This is my guitar, this is my sampler loop. So this is the new and improved editor, like clip editor, clip view. And basically we have these 3 tabs now, which is really, really cool, right? So we have this randomize function, which basically randomizes like velocity. You can see when I hit randomize, the velocity is changing on the bottom, which is kind of cool. You can go to automation mode, and right now it says linked loop, but I unlinked it, and this is just choosing your automation parameters. So if I want to automate the track volume here, this is actually a separate window to do that now, like a separate tab, which I think is really helpful, because before we had to do it like on the bottom in this tiny, it was just taking up so much space in your screen, and I think this is really helpful. Then we've got a tab for multi-polyphonic expression, which is really cool, and this is like feature 4 that they added, which is supporting MPE, which is MIDI polyphonic expression, which is kind of like another dimension to your MIDI. You guys are familiar with like the Rolly keyboard. That was kind of the brand. Rolly was kind of the Kickstarter of really embracing this MPE technology. So you can do a lot more with sliding pressure, and then you can tell different devices what these parameters do. So when I go to the MIDI MPE tab in Sampler, now this is one tab, right? I can tell it that I want slide to control my LFO rate, or my volume of the oscillator, or the loop length. So I'll just make slide control the volume for right now. And then let's go back to our clip. So this is where, if you have an MPE control, you can go in and edit the envelopes and stuff that you created with your controller. See, when I'm editing this clip, this particular note has this MPE thing. So let's listen to it. This is my slide. It's probably gonna sound interesting because I use that to control volume. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear, but I set the slide to record volume. So this is just another way you can automate and play with MIDI parameters. And similarly to comping, Ableton was super behind in jumping on the MPE train, but I think wavetable, sampler, and one more, I don't remember, one more device that was already part of Ableton in Ableton 11 will now be updated to support MPE. Just like I showed you in sampler, that's an MPE tab, and I can control my slide, my press, my velocity for a different parameter. It's like the 5th dimension. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I can make a video about that, but yeah, that's a really awesome feature that Ableton now has, which is so cool. And obviously you can now use MPE compatible devices, so like Rolly Studio or Rolly Studio. I don't know what else supports it. I use Rolly Studio a lot though. Okay, and then we have one more thing that's been added, and this is follow actions. If I click on a clip in my session view and I open this little arrow here, I get this totally new follow actions section of the clip view, which basically what follow actions used to be is you'd have to like right click on every clip if you wanted to set a follow action and set it, but now I can just look at it all here, right? So I can tell this what to do. If I press follow action, that's going to make the clip automatically play another clip based on what I tell it to do, instead of me having to trigger it, which is super helpful for if you're performing live and you have some pre-recorded stuff and you just want to organize in some way. I'm still learning about live looping. I always am, but I know that I was doing some looping stuff for a class in Ableton 10, and having this feature would have been really helpful because it just is way more efficient. And it's not a new feature necessarily, but there are some new aspects to it. But the real thing that I love about this is the fact that it's all in one spot now, and I can just look at it so nicely. I can tell it when it goes next. I can tell it to play any clip. That's a new feature. It's like a random, it'll play whatever clip is in that track. Okay guys, so the lighting in my apartment got extremely messed up, but basically that is it. That is my video, and tune in for Ableton Live Devices video coming next week. Also subscribe.